Across the country, one phrase has become synonymous with President William Ruto's pledge: in 6 months.
In 6 months' time, for the next 6 months, in the next 6 months,
and within 6 months,
in the next 6 months.
Kuanzia mwezi wa sita.
The in 6 months phrase is actually not new to President William Ruto's political vocabularies. It predates his presidency. Long before he occupied the highest office in the land, then serving as deputy president under the Jubilee administration, Ruto stood before crowds and made a bold commitment regarding the construction of Kamarinyi Stadium.
In 6 months' time, the stadium in Kamarinyi in West Pokot, which is historic, will be complete.
Years later, that pledge remains a reference point in conversations about political promises. It is a pattern that continues to draw scrutiny, especially whenever familiar timelines resurface in new projects. And Kenyans are now asking if 6 months is a deadline or merely a political catchphrase. Let's shift focus to Elgeyo Marakwet County. And for residents here, the Kamarinyi Stadium pledge became a symbol of waiting and delayed transformation. The stadium, referred as a cherished athletic hub in a region known for producing world-beating runners, remained untouched for years since that promise was made. And it is not just Kamarinyi. President William Ruto promised many others before he took office.
In 6 months' time, the stadium in Wote will be complete. In 3 months' time, the stadium in Chuka will be complete. In 3 months' time, the stadium in Moyale will be complete. In a couple of months, the stadium in Eldoret will be complete. In Nyeri, the president gave the title. There was a challenge of title. Now we have a title, and now the program has been rolled out. In Kiambu, in another 3-4 months, the stadium will be complete.
And now, with the full weight of presidency behind him, it has not taken 3 months or 6 months, or a few months like he mentioned it. It has taken President William Ruto's administration 3 years, and still there is little to show. Kamarinyi is set to host Mashujaa Day on October 20th this year, but construction is yet to commence. And perhaps the government will have to look for alternative grounds to host the national celebration. Looking back on Labor Day, the celebrations in Vihiga County were inside the grounds of Chavakali High School, where classrooms gave way to tents and a school field had been transformed into a national stage. Yet, just a few heartbeats away, Kidundu Stadium, once promised, is yet to be completed. Its construction stalled and later went silent.
We are at the preliminary stages, preparing, securing the area, constructing the perimeter wall.
Then there is Wote Stadium in Makueni County, a project that was launched with optimism in 2017 by President William Ruto, then Deputy President. He promised it would be completed within 6 months.
In 6 months' time, the stadium in Wote will be complete.
Wote Stadium, that we had been promised by the government, it will be complete, let's say in 6 months. And this field has become an impediment on how we can grow our talents. We are having a lot of congestion because in this town we only have one field. That is a police ground hosting 10 senior teams and 4 junior teams and 4 lady teams.
Several years down the line, over 300 million Kenyan shillings have been spent on the project, but on the ground, there is little to match the scale of investment.
We would really like and we would really appreciate that this field is put into use fast.
Adjacent to Wote Stadium, President William Ruto's pet project, the affordable housing, is slowly taking shape. Many question about priorities, or is it just optics? Then there is the Kiprugut Chumo Stadium in Kericho, formerly Kericho Green, that hosted the 2023 Mashujaa. In the lead up to the event, the stadium received a facelift. Its surfaces were polished and sections upgraded to meet the demands of a national ceremony. But the moment Kenyans departed, the moment appeared to fade with them.
We are going to redesign the stadium. We are going to remove the current terrace that you see. and do new terraces and rework the field and the running track so that we provide 8 trains in the standard they should be.
The shell of half-built arenas stand as monuments to broken pledges 2 years later. Notably, the stadium had previously received 37 million Kenyan shillings in 2020. Altogether, 437 million Kenyan shillings has been spent here with little to show.
Tulikuwa tumeweka tartan track hapo mbeleni. I think it was in 2020. Kwa ile renovation ilifanywa wakati ya mashujaa, tartan track haiko. Na ukiangalia pia kiwanja bado haijafika ile standard inafaa.
Ukiona hii nyasi ni ile ya ng'ombe. Hapa mvua ikinyesha season ya mwezi wa 4 vizuri, hakuna game inachezwa hapa. Inakuwa kama ni shamba ya ng'ombe.
In Nyeri Tech Rirungu Stadium.
In Nyeri, the president gave the title. There was a challenge of title. Now we have a title, and now the program has been rolled out.
It is one of the projects that have been relaunched multiple times. In 2023, Ruto himself commissioned its construction, but little progress followed, and the contract was terminated after consuming over 250 million Kenyan shillings. By 2025, the project was handed to the Kenya Defence Forces with an estimated cost of 800 million Kenyan shillings. 3 years on, what was envisioned as the largest stadium in the Mount Kenya region, intended to serve Murang'a, Kirinyaga, Nyandarua, and Nyeri counties, remains unfinished. In total, the Kenya Kwanza administration has already spent close to 1 billion Kenyan shillings on this project.
Sasa nimeamurisha ya kwamba hii Ruringu sasa nimeambia watu wa jeshi wakuja wanisaidie kukamilisha hiyo Ruringu. And I am very confident that by the end of this year we will complete Ruringu.
For President William Ruto, the clock appears to have long run out on the promises once made with certainty and conviction.
For the next 6 months, in the next 6 months,
And within 6 months,
in the next 6 months.
What were presented as firm timelines have since dissolved into years, while the silence of unfinished projects continues to grow louder. So, dear Mr. President, the nation asks, was it ever about service or survival? Vera Moraa.